Have you ever struggled with learning how to make games? Maybe you watched some tutorials, followed all the steps, and after that you still didn't know how to make anything when you opened your game engine. Or maybe you need some guidance, because you have no idea what you should do. I've been at this place. And after I managed to do my first 2D platformer, which you can watch in my previous video, thanks to the tutorial, I had no clue what to do next. Until accidentally I found a Reddit post about perfect challenge for a person like me. 20 games challenge made by... I'm not sure. I believe it's Matthew S. He was only person mentioned on feedback section, so I hope I'm right. About the challenge. It's very simple idea and I'm surprised it took me so long to find it. I even came up with something similar myself a few years ago, but I've never managed to push myself into it enough. But what is it about? How the name suggests, it's a list of 20 games started from the easiest one to make to the hardest one, and after making them, you would have enough knowledge to make your own game yourself. The thing is, you have to do them without any tutorial. I mean, you can Google how to do something, it's normal in programming. But if your goal is to make Pong, you can't watch tutorial how to make a Pong. Instead, you can look for solutions, like how to move an object in specific game engine, etc. If you want to learn more about the challenge, there is a link in the description. Few months ago, after making my first game, I decided to do this challenge. And today, I want to share my projects and tell you what I learned by following the game list. First game on the list was, of course, Pong and Flappy Bird. I made both because I'm not a p***. Wait, why 2 games in first game? Well, on every level there are some alternatives of games with similar scope, and basically, if you make one of them, it should be enough to go to the next step. But as I said, I'm not a p***, so often I made more than one game in each level. So, Pong. There isn't much you can say about that. After doing my first game, check the previous video, it wasn't hard challenge. Just practice the engine. However, even in that simple game, I managed to fuck something up. First, enemy. As you can see, the enemy paddle Y position is equal to the ball position. Yes, it's equal, not follows it. Not only it looks laggy, but also it's impossible to win with current ball speed. And second problem. Ball always bounces with the same angle. Yes, I know it shouldn't be the case. No, I don't know how to solve this, because my last contact with trigonometry was many years ago. Yes, I know that not knowing math will make my game dev journey much harder. No, I'm not going to do anything with that. Yeah. Let's see the next game. Flappy Bird. Simple concept, don't remember if I had any trouble with it. I believe it went smoothly. As you can see, the movement is weird, but I swear to you that it worked perfectly when I created this. My theory is that I made it on Godot 4.1 and now I played Godot 4.2. And something weird happened to it because now it's impossible to even hit score 1. It worked, I promise. Additionally, the game had score and high score that was saving between sessions, so I believe we can call it my first saving system. It's time for a second level, and there are Breakout and Jetpack Joyride. And I make only one game because I'm a pussy. I skipped the Breakout because I thought that what's the point of making that if I even cannot make ball bouncing properly. And author of the challenge said that it's okay to make just one of the games in each level, so Jetpack Joyride. Very similar to the Flappy Bird I already created, just different obstacle spawning, slightly different input, and bullets. Yes, in the original game, Jetpack was a machine gun, so I added bullets as particles. And even without textures, I love how they look. Obstacles work pretty simply. It's a square that chooses random length, has a chance to rotate and spawn between some Y coordinates. Next level. Game number 3 was Space Invaders. I remember that in the past I made this game on Unity and it was for Android phones. But it was many years ago, so I guess it doesn't matter. I even lost the last copy of the game when my phone broke. So, how it went? I like the result. This is first project with my art, and I even added sounds from some free candy package. Spawning enemies was simple for loop that checks X value, Y value and type of enemy. The big UFO on the top chooses random site and every random amount of seconds flies through map. The best thing I learned from this project was Raycast. I've never used it before, and the only thing I knew about it was that it is very helpful and people use it to make shooting. But the point of the challenge is to learn about different concepts needed in game development, so I checked if I can use it in my game. And I could. You see, every couple of seconds one of the enemies should shoot a bullet. The problem was that it has to be enemy who was at the bottom of the column. And while playing and shooting enemies, the columns has different numbers of rows, so I had to find solution for it. And Raycast was my solution. I'm sure there is a better way, but it was mine. Every enemy has Raycast that checks if there is any enemy type node below it. If there is not, he is able to shoot when his timer is timeout. Nothing big, but in my previous Space Invaders that I made in the past, I wasn't able to find solution for this problem, so I can call it a progress. I know, it's just my 3rd level game, but I see that this video is long enough, so I guess I would make a second and maybe a 3rd part if necessary. And now, the community part of the video I mentioned on my first material on my channel. And speaking of it, big thank you. You managed to do more than 200 views with couple of likes and comments. I am very happy and surprised at the same time, because I tried to make YouTube channel multiple of times, and based off my previous experience, I was expecting no more than, I don't know, maybe 50 views. This is a record for me, so once again, big thank you. I also said that in this part I would answer comments from video, but I didn't think of one thing. Not everyone may want to show his nick and profile picture on the video, so I thought of compromise and I will just show you a comment on the screen without these two things. To the people who wrote these comments, you are not forgotten, I just want to be safe and fair. First even comment on the channel. Good luck with your indie dev journey, I want to get started too. There was few similar comments to that, so I'll answer for all of them. First thing, thanks. And second, if you guys want to start, just start. And I mean it. Just sit down and do something, even for 5 minutes. If after 5 minutes you doesn't feel it, that's okay, try tomorrow. But today you are 5 minutes wiser. If these 5 minutes transfer into several dozen, that's even better, you just started your game dev journey. And another interesting one. Hey man, I tried Gobo about a year ago, made a basic platformer like the one you did, but got busy around that time and dropped it. Since then I've gotten a new job and I have time, so about a month ago I started on a new project. I'm learning again and having fun with it. I'm making a bullet heaven game right now and one day want an RPG. All is to say that I relate to the "that was the end" until, because there really is no end. Just breaks if it's what you want to do. I mean, I have no good answer for that, because I agree. I just want to highlight it and say good luck. That's it for today, thank you for watching and I'm getting started on the second part. Peace.